Hey everybody, welcome down to Old Alan's again for another update. Sorry it's been a little while, but I've got a lot of things to be doing down here today, so I thought it was an ideal opportunity to sort of have a chat, show you guys around. So let's get on with it. In a couple of weekends time I've got the Barebones bike packers coming down here, and I'm going to be joining them. We're going for a ride out. We're going to meet in Tring at the railway station there, and then we're going to do a sort of ride of about 25-30 miles on the mountain bikes, and then camp overnight down here. They came last year. There were about 12 of them. I think it's going to be similar numbers this year, possibly a couple more. So I need to sort of like make some areas sort of like, you know, suitable for them, because we're going to be arriving late and don't want to be faffing around. So that's part of today's work. First job on the list is to process up some firewood, because well, I need a stove available in the roundhouse, so I want a good decent amount of fuel in there for that. And I also want the stove available in the little hut, because much as I keep trying to convince myself that I'm going to sleep out under a tarp, honestly, why would I? You know, if I can sleep in there in comfort, you know, why wouldn't I? Be honest, you would as well, I think, if you could. I'm all for sleeping under tarps and being a ground dweller when I'm somewhere else, but I've been battling myself for ages. I may still sleep under a tarp, but realistically, you know, if it's sub-zero temperatures, I think I'll go in there. There will, however, most likely be a couple of guys sleeping in the actual log store. I think last year there was 2 guys slept in here, and what we did, we just pushed the mowers out and they sort of slept in the back, put their bivvy bags down and kicked in here. But there is obviously one heck of a draft and all that. And last year I meant to put that green fabric just there, sort of like a wind mesh stuff that I acquired from a bonfire pile. I was meaning to string that across the front to give me a little bit more privacy, and to reduce the rain that blows into the shelter. So that's a good plan. If I can get that done today, that would be good as well. But we're just going to process up this little bit of firewood. Nice knotty bit there. These little shorter pieces of wood, sort of almost sort of hand width, really, just about 6 inches, I guess. They're perfect for the little stove in the shepherd's hut, because it's such a small stove that you can't get the bigger logs in. So I always cut things down shorter than I would do otherwise, so that when I split them, they go in nicely. What are you up to? What was all that barking about? Hey? What is it? You show me what you've been doing. What have you been up to? What are you trying to get? Where is it? Find it. What is it? Oh, is it in there? Was it mouse? Where is it then? You find it. Good girl. Good girl. Go on in. Is that what you're barking at? Because it won't come out and let you eat it? Wow. Dear oh dear. As you can see, I've made a good start. It's literally just stapling it up. Got this end, got quite a lot of excess here to cut off. I'm just debating at the moment whether or not to do a second run so I completely cover the front, or leave it sort of at that level. I think initially I'm going to leave it at this level, so I'll just tack the bottom in place, or tie it for now so it doesn't blow around too much, and see how that goes. But the idea is that any rain that drives in, the rain typically comes from the open direction down there, the wind and rain, blow onto this, where rather than going straight in, and we don't get much, to be fair, it stays pretty dry in there, but rather than blowing straight in, it'll get caught by the mesh, roll down and drip off along the front. That's the theory. It was quite nice actually just to be able to walk still in this way. So if I do a bottom layer, for now I might just do that little section there where I can't walk into there anyway, but even so I might leave it as it is for now. And from inside the log store, it actually gives a nice sort of feeling of protection. Clearly you can see through it, but it does sort of like take out some of the visibility of things that may be in here from the wintertime paths that people can walk across the other bits of land. You can catch glimpses of things that are in here, and I don't really want that. So the most I can do to make things less visible without actually completely sealing this up, the better, because obviously if I seal it up then it doesn't get the airflow through and it makes it less suitable for drying wood anyway. Looks like it's tea break time. Don't tell anyone I listen to the Archers.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Constable.
It's obvious to me, Mum. It's clearly been on the phone to the SEC.
Well, we've got to towards the end of the day now, and I've just switched to the other camera because it happens to be in my pocket. So forgive me if the quality changes a little bit. I just stepped into the hut, and actually it's been really good, because as I say, I normally light the thing stove every couple of weeks just to dry it out, and I've had the windows open today, so a bit of a breeze coming through there. This one's just opened a little tiny crack. What I did, I just loaded this up but then closed it all down, put the damper in, so we've got like some nice embers glowing away hot in there. But it's been closed down. It's been about an hour since I put anything in there, and up on here I've just come in, we are at 24 degrees, so 76 Fahrenheit. Nice. Also, hello. Wanted to show you my my new purchase for the hut as well. It's a little sort of pagan-y style mirror, little sort of character carved in there, and well, I say carved, it's a cast. This, it's not carved, but it's yeah, you've got the phases of the moon up here, you've got the oak leaves, ivy leaves, and then you've got this sort of horned god, if you like, down here, or sort of pagan figure. A little candle, so it acts as a night light in the hut. So I'm quite pleased with that. Picked that up the other week. There you get the camera out. Right, there you go. Can you still see me? No, you can't. But yeah, I didn't have a mirror in the hut, so now I have. I can Just check my hair, check I'm all ready for selfies, all that. So one thing I do want to show you before it gets really dark and I head off home. A nice little surprise in the woods. Follow me. There we go, it's a tawny owl box. That was put up at the weekend by a local group called Borg, which is the Bucks, Owl and Raptor Group, and I often hear tawny owls when I'm down here at night time camping or just generally hanging out in the night, and they came in on the weekend and got that box put up for me. What happens with that, basically you contact them and you say, you know, provided you've got somewhere you think is suitable, you say, well, I'm interested in might be a barn owl box, little owl box, tawny owl, whatever you think, and they will come have a look, advise you. I mean, I knew that this territory was absolutely spot on for tawny owls, given the immediate vicinity, what I know is here already, and the wider area that they've got a massive area to hunt in. So there's a reasonable chance that that box will become occupied. I really hope so. But what they do, that cost me £40 to have that put up, which I think is an absolute bargain. And then they will monitor that box, so they add it onto their sort of like sheet of, you know, locations, and there's a guy comes around and checks them, monitors them, and if something's in there when he comes and checks it out, then when they sort of do what they do, they'll give me a call, let me know they're coming down here, and then I, you know, will get to have a look in the box. So, you know, that's fantastic, because I wouldn't want to sort of disturb a nesting pair or whatever, because I wouldn't know, you know, how to go about it. So I'd be too scared that I'd sort of, you know, scare them away or injure them or injure me or whatever. But with their help, you know, I will get to have a look. So fingers crossed on that. That'd be really, really great if that comes about. And yeah, so if you are local to Bucks and you've got an area, look them up. Borg, as I say, Bucks, Owl and Raptor Group. Nice bunch of guys, and they came in a sort of sign written Land Rover, and they sort of really know what they're doing, they know their stuff. So it's nice to be able to put that in, and fingers crossed it'll work.